Jizzle fan, what it do? It's your boy Jay Jizzle, aka Javion, and you already know we back another banger, back another video. Thank you guys so much for supporting my videos. Thank you guys for subscribing. I got like 10 more subscribers, man. It ain't a lot, but it's still progress. So I thank you guys for that. Make sure y'all keep subscribing, man. If y'all like these videos, make sure y'all keep subscribing. That's the main thing. Subscribe. I got like 70% of you guys not subscribed to watch the video. Thank you guys for coming, but I want you guys to join the family. So let's go ahead and press that red button. Today I have a special guest. I have Orlando Doc Gooden, Coach Doc, football man, basketball man, you name it, he got it. He was recently coaching at Granite City as a football coach or whatever. We got some things to talk about today. I can't wait to interview him. We got a good story ahead of us. Other than that, let's go ahead and bring Doc to the camera. Doc, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, man?
I'm always good, big bro, man. Glad to see you. How you been doing?
Man, I've been living life, man. Quarantine, give me the opportunity to spend a lot of time with my family, but it also has allowed me to still be able to put food on the table. So I'm blessed through it all.
Oh, of course, man. I really hate this pandemic we in, man. Hopefully it ends very shortly. Um, let's go ahead and start with these things. So normally how I do it, of course, I ask you a couple questions. Then we go ahead and hit you with some bonus questions. That should be fun. You ready for the challenge or whatever?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and start with Granite City. You coached Granite City last year. That was your first year coaching in Granite City. How was your experience going from Cahokia to Granite City?
Man, it was a puzzling experience, man, to say the least, man. I was very thankful for the opportunity that I was presented in Granite City. I was the first African-American head coach in football that they ever had in the school. So, in a sense, we had a historic year. But for us being a successful team, our record was only 3-6, and I didn't even get a chance to get another year, although I felt like the program was moving in the right direction. We had a lot of returning kids, and they were starting to buy into what we were doing. They was excited to be with me for the next years. So, it's unfortunate. So, Granite City was fun. It was a great opportunity, but that's the past.
Oh, of course, of course. There ain't nothing else but the future. um, let's go back to Cahokia. So did they just offer you the position, or did you like get nominated for the position?
Well, Cahokia?
No, going to Granite City.
Well, going to Granite City, they did it like they do any other job. The job was posted. A lot of candidates from across the country applied, and I outperformed people in the interview. And I was hitting shows better than the rest of the candidates, so I got the job and the opportunity.
Oh yeah, you most definitely is a wonderful coach in my respect of being coached by you. Cahokia. Let's go ahead and go back to Cahokia football team. You've been through a lot of people, such as myself. I wasn't the best, but I mean, I know you was coaching. Like, how is it just coming up from a place and just being able to take your talent to coach other people?
I mean, as a coach, man, and I know a lot of coaches, they probably feel the same way. Only thing you want to do, you want to give the kids the opportunity that you feel like you should have had, or you want to create an opportunity for somebody that you never got. So when I got into coaching, I just wanted to be the coach that I always wanted, and that's why I try to provide for those kids.
That's a wonderful answer, man. I mean, you did actually. So I mean, everybody know you as one of the best coaches, man. Such as myself, I look at you as a good coach. That brings me to my next question I got for you. You was an awesome basketball coach at Worth Middle School. You had one of the best people at the time to come in and be able to coach them. What was you able to do to keep maintaining them and keep them on track and keep being the great people that was?
Well, with that particular group, man, I was blessed with a group that never played organized basketball, so they didn't have a lot of bad habits. And the only thing they wanted to do was get in the gym. Only thing I had to do was make sure they stayed on top of their grades. We were in the gym so much that we didn't have a choice but to be good. They came with the energy all the time, did exactly what was asked of them, and we ended up being the second team in Worth history to win the 8th grade state championship. So those big ups to those guys. Elijah Rice, Kendez Basket, Cortez Brown, Deontay Rogers. Man, we had a nice squad. Darren Tank Perkins. You was a part of that unit. It was so many people that came through at that particular time. A lot of them, they even got a state championship in high school as well. So
Of course.
they just continued to work. It was a fun group.
Yeah, I know a lot of people was looking forward to seeing all them in high school, and I'm actually grateful that they stayed together. You know, they was able to all go to East Side and play with each other, whether it was Kendez and Eliza. You know, a lot of people had other decisions, but I mean, they still together and won another championship. How was it like for that last game of the state championship in middle school, whatever? Like, was it who did y'all play, and what was going through your head throughout that whole game to make sure y'all took the win?
Well, we played one of the teams from Chicago. I can't even remember who it was because at this point it really doesn't matter, man. So what was going through our head previously in seventh grade, we made it to the state tournament and we placed third. I told those guys then, I say it's only two people that leave the state tournament. That's first place and third place. I say second and fourth, both of them lose. So we want to go out a winner. We lost that first year, ended up getting third place, so we won our last game. But we had a bittersweet taste in our mouth. It didn't feel like we won anything at all. So the next year, we actually started off 0-2. We lost to Clark and we lost to Lincoln. And then we ran the table from there.
Yes, sir. Let's before I get to the big thing that I want to talk to everybody about, is there anything that you would like to give to the kids, advice wise, guidance, anything to stay on top of everything and stay motivated?
I mean, you gotta love the process. I mean, the preparation. You gotta love that part of it because the destination, we don't really know what that is. So we gotta love what we're doing to get there. And if you take advantage of those opportunities and continue to work, something always better on the other end of that. So for these kids, man, just if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So you got to travel the path that has a little resistance to it if you really want something out of it.
Yes, sir. I mean, that was a wonderful answer, man. I love answering that. I love asking that question and really let me think of things. You know, I learn something new every time I do an interview, and everybody always said different answers. It's never just the same answer. You ready for the bonus questions?
All right, man, I'm ready for whatever you got, Jay.
All right, man. In high school, in your time as a running back, you was running through things. You know, I never seen your highlights, but as everybody said, how you used to say it in practice, man, it was just too easy with the running game. Who would you favor yourself as back then as a running back?
Man, running the ball, there's a couple people that I really like watching, man. But my favorite two backs who I tried to pattern my game after were Walter Payton and Eddie George. Walter Payton, he played for my favorite team, Chicago Bears, Hall of Fame. He went to HBCU, Jackson State. They call him Sweetness. That was the first running back that I ever seen. And once I started liking football, that was the first person I started running the ball. And I've been a fan ever since. And then as I got older, I was an Ohio State fan. And Eddie George, he ran the ball at Ohio State. So by the time I got to high school, I saw some similarities in how we ran the ball. So I started wearing the same jersey that he wore, which was number 27. And so those are two backs that I feel like I tried to pattern my game after. I don't know if I did a good enough job of emulating those guys because both of them were great.
I mean, you is indeed a Cahokia Hall of Famer for what you did for Cahokia back in your time. So, I mean, as I heard from everybody else, you had to do something because everybody always say you was that man, you was the dog. It was somebody in my head that I'm trying to remember when I was in your practice when I played football. It was somebody you used to always like. It was like a back to back. It was someone that played for Eastside. I can't remember his name. Let's keep going. If I remember it, I'm gonna keep going. Next question in the bonus round. If you could go anywhere, coaching wise, in the conference or whatever, what team would you coach?
It really don't matter, man. I'm a Comanche at heart, so my dream is to coach my high school, be the head coach of my high school. But man, coaching, I don't care what kids I coach because it's kids everywhere that's dying to get the game, man. I'm here to give you the game, and if that's what they want, then I'm gonna give it to them.
Do you coach your son a lot for basketball, even though you're a football coach?
Well, I do a lot of training, man. I have my own training business, which is Ill Sports. It's
Right.
an acronym. It stands for I'm a living legend, successfully producing outstanding results through sports, 24/7. So, I use that acronym to always put my best foot forward and get these guys to game, whether it's basketball, football, strength and conditioning, or speed and
Yes,
agility.
sir.
So I train kids doing everything. I try not to train my kids as much unless they ask me, because
Right.
I want to keep a healthy relationship and a healthy balance of being father and being coach. So.
Right. That's actually wonderful. I know a lot of fathers, they want the best for their kids, but they it's not always what they think. So that's actually that just made me. I just learned something from that for whenever my daughter gets here or whatever sport she chooses to play or whatever I want her to play. I'm gonna just gotta let it be free. Keep that healthy relationship. Um, that leads me to my next question. I'm glad you said the ill sport. Can you tell me? I know you do started your podcast or whatever. Can you tell us about a little bit about it? What you purpose of it? Of course, I know you said a little bit of it. Can you talk more about it?
Okay, well, with the podcast, that's something that we branched off of Ill Sports. Like I said, the beginning part of Ill Sports is ILL. That's I'm a Living Legend. So the podcast is actually called Living Legends Podcast. And with that, we like to. It's a lot of stories that people haven't heard, man. It's a lot of kids that's going through some of the same distractions and same problems that people in the past have gone through. So what we try to do, we try to get those stories out there and let the kids know that they can persevere. And we interview people and do things with more than just sports. People that had their own businesses. Some people who didn't quite finish school, but they were able to still be successful by getting their own business or joining the military. And there's just so many ways to have a successful life and be constructive and conducive to this environment and helping out. So you don't have to just do sports and be successful with that. There's so many other options that you have.
All right. And your YouTube channel is called exactly.
EA Sports 24/7.
All
You
right.
can
Make
go
sure.
you can go on there and you can catch the podcast. I only have two up right now. We're working on episode 3. That'll be coming out next Tuesday. And man,
Yeah.
y'all go ahead and like, subscribe, um, give me some feedback. All of that.
Of course, and I'm gonna make sure I do my best to help get it out more, man. Cause like I said, I was positive of what I do, and what I'm doing right now, whatever. I didn't know you was doing it, so I'm happy that you is doing it, cause it lets me know that I'm not the only one that's thinking the same thing about helping the kids out. So I'm most definitely, I'm gonna make sure I'm putting my description, I'm putting in the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all give my man's good feedback if y'all like it. Make sure y'all tell me why y'all like it. If y'all don't like it, tell him what he need to do different. Tell him, get him suggestions. I mean, anything is better than nothing. You feel me? So, is there anything else that you'd like to say before we go and get up out of here?
Man, I would like to know what you was thinking when you mentioned somebody from East Side when I was coaching you or whatnot. I know it, I know, man. I got so many stories because I'm from East St. Louis, and I mean a lot of people don't know that. They think I'm born and raised in Cahokia,
Well, you
but
know what? I got time. You tell me a good story that I never heard. I know a lot about you, and you tell me I don't know something about you. Can you tell me one good story that I don't know about you?
man, when I transferred to Cahokia from Clark Junior High, man, a lot of guys at Cahokia they ain't like me. They didn't want me on the team.
Oh
That's like,
man.
so as soon as I stepped on the field, they trying to beat me up for real. Some of those guys, they some of my close friends to this day. We laugh about it all the time. Um, but we had a good time though, man. Transferring, being able to be in both districts. You learn a lot. And coming over to Cahokia, I was able to, fight for and earn everything that I wanted versus being somewhere where you grow up where some people kind of give it to you. So I had to get it out the mud in Cahokia. That made me a better person.
I mean, that's why I love sports, man. That's why I tell everybody, even if they're not good at the sport, just try a sport. You can learn so much from another person, or you can make bond with so many people or learn so much new things with just doing a simple sport. But I tell everybody the same thing. You just you gotta be a student athlete. You gotta the books first, man. Cause I
Hey
know.
man, I've been watching your shows, man. You didn't even ask me who's the dinkiest starter that I ever had, man.
Can you tell me right now? Don't tell me the dinky started with you. Can you name me a person on Cahokia High School that you coached out of whatever time it was when you started to now? You know, let's get it down to somebody that I know. So let's start from class of whether it's 14 to whenever you stop. Can you tell me a person that you've seen so much potential in that they didn't take themselves serious that you know they could have been good?
Hey man, this something now. This dude, he was actually good, but man, this dude probably could play it on Sundays, man. Deontay Debo Rogers.
My
That
man.
boy was probably the best running back that didn't play varsity in Cahokia history. He played freshman year. He probably got tackled 10 times out the whole year. Cause nobody even tackled him. But he hated football.
And
Like
then,
I made him play in the ninth grade. You know, I was still there coaching. And I
yeah.
told him, man, you don't play football. I'm gonna make sure you get cut from basketball. So that whole team I had that won 8th grade, all of them came off of football.
And I remember that
And
too. I actually remember, and y'all actually was probably the coldest freshmen I ever seen. you had
yeah,
you had Levantes, quarterback, Elijah, a good wide receiver, Cortez. You
yeah,
know he was already
man.
wide receiver, man.
Man, we averaged like 55, 60 points a game, man. It was crazy.
And if
Yeah.
they all just stayed together and played, they most definitely could have brought a championship to Cahokia for football. They was actually
Man.
an outstanding
Uh,
football team.
that was the group, man. You know, you should have kept playing too, man. You know,
Oh man.
you was a late bloom. I saw a little fight in you, but you just wanted to hoop. You ain't get time.
Oh yeah, man. I was already 5'3". I could probably play basketball more. I could play football anyways. If I was my height now, I most definitely took it serious. I took it serious while I was there. Don't get me wrong, whether it's practice or me not getting the game for real, I still wanted to take it serious because no matter what sport I do, I want to make sure I give my 100% because I know a lot of people actually trying to make it for what they do. I don't like playing basketball and there's a person that play football and they want to take it serious. They don't care because it's like, okay, this not my sport. You know, I don't gotta really trip about it because I know I'm doing something for football. But I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta
Hey
always put
man,
your
one thing that this pandemic should teach people is tomorrow not promised, man. So whatever you're doing, I don't care if it's washing dishes, you want to do it to the best of your ability. I mean,
Oh, I
and
had to, man. My mom was gonna make me come right back down with a whooping and do a spot. Man, I know I got another question in me, man. That's a good interview so far. I like it. Can you tell me about episode 3? What you looking forward to episode 3?
episode 3, man, it's funny, man. I got my boy JB Jones, who was my assistant coach when we won state title at Worth.
Oh yeah.
He's a legend. He went to Belleville West. You know, man, y'all can kind of look up on his story, man. He was goated, as the youth kids say. He was goated around his time. He used to always tell the kids, "Hey, I got credentials." So, you know, man, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be a lot of laughs. So, I'm looking forward to talking to my boy and chopping it up.
Oh yeah, I'm most definitely looking forward to it too. Like I said, just send me the link, man. I'm gonna make sure I drop it in this video. I want everybody to go subscribe to it. That subscribe to me, man. I want to show the love to everybody as much as they give love to me. You know. Before we go ahead and get up out of here, Coach Doc, I just want you to go ahead and say it nice and easy. Who was the worst person you played with on your team as a starter?
All right, so I'm gonna give you football and I'm gonna give you basketball, man. So, like in football, man, we had a center, man. He was 5'10", 140 pounds, man. Had no business being our starting center. His name was James Winberry, man. He ended up going to the military and protecting the country, so I'm quite sure he did a good job. So a lot of people thought he was a pretty good football player because before the game, he'll grab me by the face mask, he'll take his helmet off, he'll grab me by the face mask, and he'll bust his head on my helmet. So they thought Winberry was tough as nails, man. He's out there getting knocked silly. I was like, come on, Winberry. I say one game, I say, hey man, you gotta block him. I can't. He's too big. so yeah, man, we really he was a classic, man. And then being on Cahokia basketball team. Oh my God, man! I had two of the most. Well, one of them was unathletic, and he was tall. He was like 6'7", 6'8". His name was Corey Dixon, man.
Oh my God.
He couldn't catch a cold, butt naked in Alaska with no clothes. Man, fresh dipped in water. He couldn't catch a cold. I like, man, why he in the game? He'll block a shot every now and then, get a rebound here and there, but to be 6'7", I was like, Jesus, man, get a guard in here and get him out.
We'll just run small ball.
And then we had another guy named Keith Horn, man. Keith Horn actually used to be smoking cigarettes in high school, and I was like, man, why is this dude starting? Like, he averaged about 8 points, but he was trash. Not saying that 8 points is bad, but we had some hoopers on the team that they just weren't getting it together or something, and Keith was starting, man. He leave, have his little leather jacket on, smoking them Newports, man. like, man, what are we doing?
Hey, man, say, what can we do, man? What is his purpose being out here, man? What'd you think of him as Pat Beverly?
Nah.
Was he feeling dangerous out there?
Man, I don't know what was up with Keith Horn, man.
Say after the game he'd be stressing, huh?
Before the game, after school, whatever. Hey, but man, you got a good thing going, man. Like I told you, when I caught you in your comments, man, I'm proud of what you're doing, man. Keep doing it. One day, man, we need to sit down and get some ideas together. So you know, man, you can continue to grow with what you're doing, man.
I most definitely don't mind doing that at all. Like I tell everybody, all y'all gotta do is just let me know a person that I should interview. That, you know, like I tell everybody, I interview anybody, but I want to interview people that actually, you know, was doing something. You know, of course I'm not gonna use the word trash, but I just don't want to interview anybody. They gotta have a purpose. They gotta be doing something good with themselves. Any suggestions that y'all feel like a person doing this or doing that, let me know. I'm good with interviews. I'm good with suggestions. I'll take anything, you know.
Hey man, I said you tied in with the guys around your age and younger. You gotta go a little older than me, man. You gotta get Coach Mojo on there. You know what I'm saying? Coach Byron Geddes. You gotta get some of them guys on there. Coach Doc Donald.
Hey man, do Millsap got a phone, man?
Yeah, Millsap got a number, man. But you can run up on Millsap at the school. Ain't nothing changed.
Oh man, I'll run up on him at Snack It Back, man. he go every Thursday.
Yeah, you know how to find Millsap. He's not hard to find.
Oh, not hard to find at all. But I most definitely probably come up there one day, and hopefully I can get it in with one of the people out there, man. Somebody told me to get Coach D in there. He played football. I mean, he a football coach or something. I don't know.
From where?
Cahokia. He was like one of them defensive coach. I might be lying. I don't know. I might be lying. It might be an imaginary person I'm thinking about in my head.
You just made that up, dog.
Yeah, my bad, everybody. Don't listen to me. My bad. But other than that, man, like I said, I most definitely put your podcast in the video, man. I really love what you're doing, too, man. Like I said, I'm happy to know that I'm not the only person that's trying to help the kids out. So that really makes me happy. So I'm most definitely support 100%. So other than that, man, we're going to go and wrap this video up. This was an outstanding video. Thank you, Coach Doc, for being a host, man.
One more thing, man.
Oh,
y'all do so disrespectful, man. Y'all be going to hoop, and y'all don't ever hit me up like I ain't still got it, man.
Man, I don't want you to come out there and embarrass yourself, man.
Hey, man, I'm still the king of the mid-range, man.
Oh, man, hey.
Put me in the game, coach.
Hey, man, I don't even be trying to hoop for real, man. These people don't be wanting to hoop against me, man. I'm too cold at this point, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna most definitely get something going with the older people, man. I'm trying to get something like a good 5-on-5, new school versus old school if I can. Hopefully I can get that going. So since I got your number now and I can reach you out, I'm most definitely trying to put you in that older lineup with like Duran, Damo. It could be you. And I mean, I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna.
Hey, look, me and Damo, we don't lose. when we on the same team. We don't lose.
Oh man, I don't lose either. So that should be a game to look forward to. Cause I don't know. I'm a different breed. I'm different, man. My
I
defensive
know.
IQ is just
Hey,
something different.
look, man. You might be different, but you're gonna lose the same way everybody else did.
Oh man, this new school, man. I'm gonna go and have to show y'all new moves, new shots, more range. You know, y'all ain't used to that new deep range 3-pointers, or y'all ain't used to just athletic short guys like myself, man. I mess around and dunk Damo. I ain't even gonna.
I taught Damo better than that. We ain't getting dunked on.
Oh man, I ain't even gonna attempt it, man. But most definitely, when I get this 5-on-5 going, I got the right team. I'm trying to get it going where we can find some gym to go to. Hopefully, we can get access to a gym. I'm really trying to find a gym to go to because I don't want to hoop outside. It's cold outside, you know. I don't think I can do it. But hopefully, if you can get connected to a gym or something else, definitely let me know, man. We can go and get the 5-on-5 going.
Yeah, something coming soon. Something coming soon, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But other than that, man, like I always say, if y'all ain't subscribed, make sure y'all throw a thumbs up. Make sure y'all press that red button, man. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my man's Coach Doc. Thank you for hosting my channel today, man. I really appreciate you reaching out and getting back with me. Anything else you want to say before we go and get up out of here?
No, it's your boy Jizzle, fam. I'm coming to you again.
All right, Coach Doc, man. I love y'all, man. We out. Peace.